so important. We would go to things like the Life Chain, we would pray at abortion clinics, we would go to the Bishop's Pro-Life banquet, but I didn't really know why. I didn't really know why it was important or why we were doing all these things. It wasn't until my first Walking for Life in 2009 that I really started to learn about abortion, and I really understood the reality of abortion and what I could do to be a part of the pro-life movement. As I started getting educated more, I started to attend more Youth for Life and pro-life events. And not only were these events really fun, but I learned more about abortion and how I can stand up and defend those who can't defend themselves. Over the years, the pro-life movement has become really important to me, and it's something that I care strongly about. It's an issue that I can actively take part in, and now that I know more about it, and I know about the arguments and stuff, that I get in conversations with people at my school and debates, and I have a mindful approach to the issues of life. Some reasons why I care so much about the pro-life movement is because it's not just about the babies who are being killed every day. This issue applies to all of us, and it affects all of us. Like Gabe has done the example before, 1 in 4 babies are killed by abortion. 1/4 of this room is not here because of abortion. It doesn't just affect the babies and their mothers, it affects all of us. Everyone in this room was born after 1967, or like the high schools, was born after 1967, after Roe versus Wade, and that means that we survived abortion. We survived a law that could have killed us. So we have to stand up for these young people who are being threatened by Roe versus Wade and who can't speak for themselves. Someone who's very important in my life, my younger brother David, has Down syndrome. I don't know if any of you guys have met David, but if you've ever met anyone with disabilities, you really know that they're angels in disguise. They're beautiful people, and the sad thing about people with disabilities is that 90% of children with Down syndrome are aborted before they're ever born. And if you've ever met anyone with special needs, you would know that it's a blessing to have someone like that in your life. And it's just really sad to know that people with special needs are aborted at a very high rate because of their special needs. Also, as Catholics, we have to care. It's our duty as Catholics to stand up and defend those who have no voice. As Monsignor Howard says in his homilies, we are Catholic and we are members of Christ and His Church. Christ and His Church are pro-life, and our faith teaches the gospel of life. My older sister Rachel has a shirt that says, "The more helpless the victim, the more hideous the assault." This applies in a lot of circumstances, but especially in abortion. The children who are helpless, that are unborn, they don't have a voice. So the violation of abortion is hideous, and it's the worst crime against humanity. We, as young members of the Catholic Church, as youth, must stand up for the gospel of life and live it out in our everyday lives. So I encourage all of you, and I challenge you, to not just be pro-life church, but to take this message and to go into your schools and into your day-to-day lives, to educate yourself, to go to pro-life events, to wear pro-life t-shirts, and to do everything you can to stand up for life, because that's what we need to do. That's what we are being called to do as Catholics. And